The Sheridan Generals are toward the top of the MVL. Josh Gregory took a trip out to Philo to see if last week's win was just a fluke.
Well, Justin, after last week's win, everyone was asking the question, is Sheridan for real? And tonight, Philo was the first conference opponent to find out just how real these Generals are. All eyes were on Sheridan tonight, but those eyes quickly turned to Philo at the start of this one. Now, both teams started slow. They traded 3 and outs multiple times before Philo's defense really dug deep and recovered a fumble deep in General territory. This allowed them to get things rolling on the board first with a field goal here, putting them up 3-0 at the end of the first. Now, they would immediately get the ball back off of another fumble, and Nathan Baker finds Colt Moore here for 8 yards. Look at this wrestling takedown. And now on the very next play, Dylan Tweedy crashes into the end zone to put the Electrics up 10-0 early in the second quarter. Now Sheridan knows they need to get something going. Derek Gross pounds the ball up the gut for 12 yards, and Dupler would cap off this Sheridan drive. Score now 10-0, but this is where it all goes wrong for Sheridan. On the ensuing kickoff, Jacob Miller is going to flex his muscles. He says, adios, muchacho, as he takes the ball 85 yards to the house, really turning on the burners. Philo leading 17-7, heading into the locker rooms. But coming into the second half, Sheridan takes over. Derek Gross here on another huge carry. He takes this one into Philo territory from 30 yards out, and 4 plays later, it looks like Dupler is going to get sacked, but he's going to shake and bake his way out of trouble. He had a night rushing 60 yards on 7 carries. He's going to make his way to the left sideline, just staying in bounds, missing that tackle there, and they went on to win 20-17 tonight, Justin.
Well, that was a big come-behind win for Sheridan. What did Philo do in the very beginning that gave themselves the early lead, Josh?
Well, Justin, Philo really dug deep on defense. They did a good job of containing Sheridan's offensive powerhouses, Derek Gross and Dylan Dupler, in the first half. They really stacked up in the middle, leaving it hard for these two to find any ground. Now, they really stacked up. Again, like I said, they really stacked up in the middle, and this was why Sheridan they couldn't find any ground in the first part of the game. They really had to run along the perimeter, and Derek Gross and Dylan Dupler couldn't get anywhere. I got to give this Philo team a lot of credit. They really shut down the running game. Sheridan had some lucky breaks, but they were really stuck in the first half. And they also turned the ball over a lot, Justin. They racked up many penalties, and it made it hard for them to get any ground tonight.
So Philo definitely stepped their game up this week, but they still fell short.
Well, Philo had struggles of their own on offense, Justin. Dylan Tweedy came through for Philo when they needed him, but he only rushed for 67 yards on 15 carries. Justin, I got to say, there was also a lot of confusion that didn't go Philo's way. There was a miscommunication between a punt return, and after the refs calling a redo, Coach Dirk Lincecum said the refs miscalled a game-changing play. Sheridan also looked like a completely different team in the second half. Derek Gross, who rushed for 164 yards tonight, was able to find that third touchdown. Sheridan needed to take the lead and really steal Philo's thunder.
So I'm sure this wasn't the outcome that the Generals wanted, but I have to give credit to Philo for making this a close game. Josh, they have a big game coming up against Tri-Valley next week. How big is that game?
Well, Sheridan has the big game coming up against Tri-Valley, and they really need to put the pedal to the metal on offense, Justin. They struggled with Philo's defense tonight, and against Tri-Valley's stout defense, they really need to work out the kinks in offense.
So they need to solidify their running game, but it was a big win for Sheridan, and it's a huge game next week. Josh, thanks for the great work.